Going back to December 11th, 2025 at 6:11 in the morning. I chose this time because Mercury is over the horizon. The sun's not yet, but Mercury is. Mercury is visible as a morning star. But what I'm going to focus on for this date is what you may not know is right here, the Venus-Mars near conjunction on the opposite side of the sun. Now there is an interplay going on here between Venus and Mars. One of the cycles that Babylonian astrology knows about, but no other astrology tells you. As you see here, December 11th, 2025, Venus will be in Scorpio, Mars will be in Sagittarius. Venus in Scorpio, close to Antares, but not conjunct. Venus is right where the eagle grabs the serpent. Venus grabs the Martian serpent as the Martian character flies away towards spirituality. Okay, but she's weakest here. She's trying to understand her place, just as Mars is too. Mars is trying to understand why he's being taken here. Mars is on his path to find out why he's being taken. While Venus is doing her thing, taking control of the Martian energy, but because she's behind the sun, she's in the glare of the sun, she has no power here, which means we are going to be still dependent on others. Remember, they are of like children here in the house of the Father. The house of the Father moves per the signs. Okay, here he's in the house of the natural eighth house of transformation. Now, I'm going to give you what this interplay is. I'm going to give you this man's description of Venus and Mars. Rumen Koloff, who studied under a refugee Russian who fled to Germany and studied under him in his youth.
We will develop the myth of Nergal and Ereshkigal, of Aphrodite and Ares, of Pam and the Gorgona, which all of them reveal in Mars and Venus. This is about the basic sexual drive. Nergal and Ereshkigal, these are the principles in Mesopotamia of the basic sexual drive of the male and the female. Who is Ereshkigal? Who is Nergal in the Mesopotamian pantheon? Nergal, basically, we can think about Nergal as Mars. Ereshkigal is a little bit more complex because Ereshkigal is revealing in Venus, but only when Venus is invisible.
Go Venus. Yeah.
Because Ereshkigal is the queen of the underworld, the world of the dead spirits. And Ereshkigal means the queen of the great earth. By Eresh means queen, Ki means earth, and Gal means great. So Eresh Ki Gal means the queen of the great earth. So which is this great earth? This great earth is the kingdom of the underworld of the dead spirits of the dead people.
Eresh is like Rashi, is like the higher, resh. The root is resh, which in Sanskrit is Rashi, or in Hebrew is the resh, is the head. In Sanskrit, it's the sign in the sky, the Rashi. This E is the higher Rashi, the higher head. This is the queen. not being the head, not being the masculine sign. It is the feminine version. It is the patient one. It is the one who stands there waiting for you. And as the signs stand there waiting for the planets to enter them, to give them energy, or to aspect them. They're always there with power, but have even more power, more activation when a planet either enters their sign or aspects their sign from a different sign, favorably or unfavorably. So this here is the Eresh. This is the patient one, which is the feminine function, which is queen. Eresh is feminine. It's queen. Ki, he says, is earth, but it's also the Asian ki. The chi, the energy of the soul. So this is the queen of the energy of the soul, of the within. Within. And Gal means great. Great queen of the soul, or great queen of the earth, or queen of the great earth, queen of the great heart, queen of the great within. Now, Gal is also a part of, right here, Nergal. Gal. Gal means great in Mesopotamian, Sumerian, Persian, Babylonian. Here's Nergal, a lion-headed man. Gal is the same last syllable of Ereshkigal. Now, what does Ner mean? Here in Sanskrit dictionary online, in the ends, there is no N-E-R, N-E-M, N-E-S, N-E-S. There is no N-E-R here. There is an N-I-R, which means in Sanskrit without. Nira. Nira means in the water. It means without. As in Niraham. Niraham is without the material ego. Ham is material ego in Sanskrit. Funny how that is a son of Noah. Ham. But in the ends, in the NAs, you have NAM, NAN, and then Nara. Nara is the closest word you can come to for this, and it means, Nara means human being. Human being. Inhabitants of the earthly planets. Cannot die. Cannot. Nara means cannot. Naradeva means king. Nara Indra means king. Human being, king. The human king. Nara is men. Adhaman is the lowest of men. Hari Nara, half lion, half human being. Hari Nara. Now what is Hari? Hari, the Lord name of Hari, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Hari, the holy name of the Lord. Lord Krishna. Hari, of the lion. Of the lion. Now the Hindus have a god who is
Om Rim Narasimhaya Shatrubal Vidirnaya Namaha Om Rim Narasimhaya Shatrubal Vidirnaya Namaha
Narasimha. Narasimha is the fierce form of Vishnu. is the fierce avatar form of Vishnu. What he did was, in order to save the child from the evil demon, the basic story is he turned himself into the fiercest form he could think of to defeat the demon who was going after a special child. And then afterwards, he could not be stopped. Vishnu could not control his rage, and so Shiva came in to tame him as another form of lion, the only force that could defeat the unstoppable force. Shiva being the individual person, the individual will, the mind turning towards direction, the destruction of the former self into the new self, to change out of the 8th house to go towards true spirituality. This is what Shiva is inside of you. The will to do right, the will to turn away from bodily satisfaction, to turn into cause. Vishnu is the cause itself. Listening outside of yourself for indications of the cause. That's what Vishnu is. Now, Simha, right here, Nara Simha. Remember, Nara is human being. So here, Nara Simha means man lion. This would be Ner Simha for Nergal, the great Ner, lion-headed man. Simha being the lion head. Nergal just taking the form and erasing the word of the lion from the name, just calling him great man. Nergal is the great human being. The lion being, as I showed you before, as you look east and the world turns this way, the planets seem like they're going this way. And as the sun goes this way, you look towards this way, neglecting the path you should be following this way. This is the solar disk. This is the lunar or nightly disk. Star disk. So as you go this way, it's personified by the sun in the blue sky. The sun being represented by the lion. So going this way, you are the lion. Going against your karma. This way you create karma. This way you are evil in the sign of karma, and you are creating karma to put yourself into further hell in the belief of reincarnation. So Nergal is Simha, the lion, where Disney gets Simba from. See, it all plays out. These people know the etymologies, especially Disney. Disneyland, this new land. Disney World, this new world. They understand the language interplay here. Now, how do I know that Simha means this? This is willpower. How do I know this? Okay, this is will against karma. Okay, how do I know this? In Wikipedia, you have the French word, Guillaume. Guillaume, which is the old Germanic origin of Willy and Helm. Guillaume. Here is the gill. Here is the gull. The gull is the will. The Catalanian Guillaume, which is where the French get their Guillaume from. Guillaume. Forgive my pronunciation, I'm not good with French, but it means will. So this is the gill, this is the will.